I recently went to Greece with my family, and the last night I had this dish, and I'm not even kidding, it was one of the best things I ate the entire trip. So, of course, the second I got home, I had to figure out how to make it. This is a traditional Greek moussaka, and I'm telling you right now, it takes a little time, but it's 100% worth it. First, cut one eggplant into half circles. I had never really cooked with eggplant before this, and next time I definitely use 2 because it adds so much to the dish. Now lay them out, salt both sides, and let them sit on a paper towel for about 30 minutes. This pulls out the moisture and makes a huge difference. While that's resting, peel and slice 2 potatoes into thin half circles. Next, dice a yellow onion. Get 4 large cloves of garlic. I like to smash them before mincing since it brings out more flavor and takes less time to mince. Now for the eggplant, pat it dry and lay it on parchment paper. Roast at 220 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes, flipping halfway through. At the same time, bring a pot of water to a boil and add your potatoes. Let them cook for about 5 minutes, then drain and set aside. This step makes sure they're perfectly tender in the final dish. Now let's move to the meat sauce. Get a large pan and add a tablespoon of olive oil. Once the oil is nice and hot, add in your onions. Let them saute for 5 minutes, stirring throughout. As you saute them, try to break up the pieces or break them up before adding them to the pan. Once the 5 minutes are up, add in your garlic and let it cook for an additional minute. Then add in a pound of ground meat. For a more traditional flavor, do half beef and half lamb if you can find that. As this cooks, break it apart. Cook until browned. It should take around 10 minutes. Your potatoes should be cooled by now, so add them with the eggplant. They need to bake for 15 to 20 minutes at the same temp, 220 degrees Celsius. When the meat is browned, if needed, drain off any excess grease. Next, add 14 ounces of crushed tomatoes, 1/4 cup of broth or dry red wine, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, Mix to combine everything and to help thin out the tomato paste. Once it starts to boil, then add your spices. 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Mix very well and let it continue to cook. Let it simmer uncovered for about 20 minutes. Letting this simmer for this long helps all the flavors really come together. It also helps the sauce get thicker. As you are getting close to the end, give it a small taste test to see if anything needs to be added. Now it is time for the star of the dish, the béchamel sauce. In a small pan, melt 4 tablespoons of butter. While that is melting, get a small bowl, add a 1/4 cup of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Then, in another small bowl, have 2 cups of room temperature milk ready to pour in. Once the butter is melted, add the flour mixture. Then slowly pour in the milk while whisking constantly. Once all the milk is added, keep whisking for about 5 to 10 minutes until it thickens into a smooth, creamy sauce. Once it has thickened, add in 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Stir until melted. Now, remove from heat and let cool 3 to 4 minutes. While that is cooling, get 1 egg and beat it and then pour this in. This is what gives it that thick, almost fluffy top when it bakes. Now let's assemble everything. Lightly grease your baking dish. Start with a layer of potatoes. Then half the eggplant. Then all of the meat sauce. Add the remaining eggplant. Finally, pour the bechamel over the top and smooth it out. Finish with a little extra cheese or breadcrumbs. Bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius for 40 to 45 minutes. The top should be golden brown and bubbling. If you want that perfect finish, broil it for 1 to 2 minutes at the end. And this part is key, let it rest for at least 20 minutes before cutting into it. And trust me, once you take your first bite, you'll understand why it was my favorite meal from Greece. If you enjoy simple and healthy recipes like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one real soon.